In the next half hour, we'll visit One Cool World, get musical with Jeffrey Gaines and Bobby Wiseman, and hit the highway with Tom Cochran. Buckle up, kids. It's all ahead on Special Ed. Hey there, I'm Janice Mackey, welcoming you to another special edition of What's a Buzz in Showbiz. And grab your underwriting devices because coming up very shortly, we have that all-important contest address. In the Win Bin today, we have some very cool goods marking a very cool movie called How Apropos, Cool World. Gabriel Byrne, Brad Pitt, and Kim Basinger headline this state-of-the-art flick from Paramount. It's a hot story of heart swooning and cartooning. And as Barbie Stina reports, it guarantees a screen experience that's out of this world.
You're Jack Deebs, the creator of Cool World, right? I can't believe this.
Cool World stars Gabriel Byrne as a successful comic book illustrator. One day he's pulled into the very fantasy world he helped create.
Basically, the idea of the movie is that we see two characters take on Cool World in effect. One comes over in 1946, Brad Pitt, who plays Frank Harris, and one guy comes over in 1992, who's Jack Deebs, or Gabriel Byrne, as the actor who plays him. And it's about how these two guys, coming from very different times and very different places, interact with the world that they've sort of landed in, called Cool World.
I just want to be real.
Hollywood, of course, is played by Kim Basinger, who is a real-life bombshell.
I'm a cartoonist. I drew all this.
This place exists with or without you.
For many actors, working on an animated project is a huge challenge because they can't always see the characters they're playing against. In that respect, working on Cool World was no different for the stars.
Some people just got very frustrated and says, I can't see what I'm supposed to be seeing. And you take one of those kind of walks around the studio and you say, look, you're never going to be able to see this. So we can look at this two ways. This is either can be an obstacle or an opportunity. And if you look at this as an opportunity to sort of paint the character any way you want them to be and have them be wherever, I said, we will be animating to you, the human being. We're not going to do it the other way around. So you don't feel restricted by that.
By all accounts, they rose to the challenge.
I was pretty amazed with both Brad Pitt and Gabriel Byrne. I had to work with their photostats a lot because one of the special effects we did was each time one of them would leave the real world and go to Cool World, we would do all these effects all over them and wipe them out, And so I had a lot of photostats of Gabriel Byrne going like this, like he was in a lot of pain.
In most animated movies, actors work against a neutral blue screen and the animation is added later. Well, in Cool World, the sets are actually animation cells blown up life-size.
It gave them a reference point. It gave them a door to walk through. It gave them, this is how high the cars are. This is how, this is what a lamppost looks like over there. So all of those things that were done in such exacting kind of detail, and then, as I said, blown up on very large scale.
Do my kisses burn? Do they take your breath?
It's like if you were to say to somebody, well, what are people going to feel when they walk out of T2? You'd say, wow, man, you just never seen this before. I mean, what we're going to do is, well, hopefully, I mean, not that this is T2, but it will be as different an experience as T2 was when you sort of walked into it.
All right, thus ends the breathless anticipation. An entire nation at my contest mercy. It's freebie time, and behind door number 1 prize goers, the kind folk at Paramount have provided us with not only a Cool World baseball hat, but a matching Hollywood beach towel and comic book of the same name. They were au gratuit to us, so they are free to you. However you choose to say it, send your letters to the Cool World giveaway. That's at P.O. Box 369, Station C, Toronto, Ontario, M6J3N1. That's the Cool World giveaway. P.O. Box 369, Station C, Toronto, Ontario, M6J 3, and 1. Now, the first 9 people walk away with the goods, and the rest, unfortunately, have to settle up with Canada Post. So make sure that you get your letters in very, very soon. All right, moving right along. Jeffrey Gaines may not yet be a household name, but he sure is making himself known in